So as promised, let's go through this Form 8832. And so basically we got like a part 1 here, right? Election information, and we go down all the way here. We got part 2, late election relief. As I said, we're going to go deep into that later, right? And then there's just some like manual that help you to understand how to fill in information, what kind of material you need to reference if you are using the wrong election tool, something like that. Okay, so yeah, pretty simple here. And let's go to here, part 1, election information. So basically, first they want to understand, well, whether you are like a newly formed entity, right? You just like open your startup, right? And you want to be elected to be classified, like when you form a company, right? Or form whatever business entity. I want to make it vague, okay? Because we got like state law when you first form a business entity, that got like default tax classification. We're talking about IRS here. We're talking about tax. So when you form that business entity, you go like a default, and then you can say, well, it's like a very, very initial stage, right? I just formed that, but I don't want to do this like a default plain vanilla sort of tax classification, right? So I just form it and then I file this, say I want change, I will be treated that way. Okay? So you know what? That's the type of election. So initial classification by newly formed entity, skip line 2A and 2B and go to line 3. So basically it's just for newly formed entities and all that, right? So and of course you can go to the B, right? Change in current classification, go to line 2A. So basically is also suitable, this form, for change, for entities that want to change their existing classification. So maybe they already do the tax for multiple years, and for certain reasons they want to change classification, right? For LLC, change to corporation, something like that. Okay, and then let's go down. So for majorly these two here, is because of the tax law of a 16-month limitation rule. Okay, so basically you can't like change like pretty frequently. If you think about it, like 60 months, right? 60 months, that's just 5 years, right? So basically we got the 6 months limitation. If the entity already like made a classification, right? Election. Remember, we're talking about the election here, right? Entity classification election. So basically, if you make that election within the latest 16 months, right? So it generally can't change its classification, right? Unless like really strict certain conditions are met. Okay, so for example, we got like the company like got a significant change of ownership and all that. But generally, you can't frequently change, right? So 16 months rule, that's approximately like 5 years, right? Approximately 5 years. But you know what? The precisely is 16 months. Okay? 16 months rule do apply. So you can't frequently change. So that's basically this 2A to B is talking about. Okay?